If you're reading this now, odds are I've already left.
Trust me, it looks good in the mirror.
Baby, we just kiss when you're falling in love. Ooh, ooh.
You know how men behave when they don't get what they want. That was too much sugar.
And this silence reminds me of
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, you're so much welcome, and please make sure you subscribe. The returning subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys, and you know that. So today, as you can see by the title, we are going to do a cozy get ready with me. Why is it cozy? Because you're chatting while I do my makeup. Yeah. So I feel like I have to put you all on this movie that I watched like a month ago called The Forge. I already cleaned my face. I'm just going to go in with my moisturizer. Yeah. Till date, I haven't really found a primer that works for me.
don't want this feeling to go. If you're reading this now, please remember the good times we had.
So picture this 19-year-old Isaiah who has been kicked out of their house by his mom, wondering what to do, mad at the world, no sense of purpose. Yeah. Like, you can just tell this boy has been through it. Yeah. So this is the Fit Bro Kiss Beauty that I'll be using for my eyebrows. So he ends up working at this car repair shop, and that's where things get interesting. So the shop is run by Mr. Edward.
Lights out, replaying this scene.
I'm just doing my eyebrows and I want to really focus on them. I don't want to mess. I don't think I want to line my eyebrows. So we'll go in with these two foundations because one is too bright, then another one is a bit dark but not dark enough like my skin. So I'll have to mix with darker concealer to get a shade that at least matches my skin. Yeah. Back to Mr. Edward. So Mr. Edward is a super chill, God-fearing, and a wise man. And you can tell he sees something in this young boy that nobody else does. So instead of pushing him away, he starts mentoring him. He gave like real father figure vibes, and I was like, yeah, we love to see it. You know, like took him like his own son and all that. I don't know if this will blend, you know. It's been ages, like 7 months ever since I used these things. Like, I've only been doing mascara and lip gloss. I've not been using these things for like 7 months. I haven't done my makeup, so I don't know if it will blend. I don't know if it's expired, but I hope it's not. It doesn't even have the expiry date. Maybe it was in the box, but I already threw it away. But I hope it's not. Whew. Let's try this one side before applying the other. So in with the beauty blender, the damn beauty blender. I think it will blend, but let's just see. So remember I told you Mr. Edward is a God-fearing man. So at first Isaiah is like, nah, I'm not trying to hear all that stuff. But Edward is patient. It's actually blending. So through their conversations, Isaiah starts to change. So maybe I should take you back. Take me back, take me back, take me back. Am I taking you guys too fast? No. Are you getting the message? Yeah. I think the storyline is forgiveness, change, spirituality, like how God can use us, Yeah, so let me just take you guys back. When Isaiah was kicked out by his mom, he was actually used to playing the video games and not doing anything, and he didn't also want to go to school, and his mom was like, either go to school or look for a job and start paying rent in this house. So Isaiah had to look for a job. So before he even get there, Isaiah's dad had left his family, who in this case is Isaiah and his mom. So he had even insulted Isaiah's mom and left them with nothing, like literally nothing. Isaiah walks through the streets of their hometown looking for a job. He first comes across this coffee shop, and I think he liked the girl that was at the counter. It seems to have been her father's shop. So when he was there, he was trying to talk to the girl, and the dad somehow had the conversation. So of course, as a curious dad, he wanted to know, like, who's talking to my daughter, So he comes at the counter and meets Isaiah, and he wanted to know, like, what's going on. This young man becomes rude to the dad, and he even walks out of the shop and he says, like, he'll never be back there, stuff like that. You know how men behave when they don't get what they want. So he rides his bike to other places in search for a job, and eventually he meets Mr. Edward. So Mr. Edward sees his potential, and he gives him a job at his place, starts mentoring him. Isaiah starts to change. And that's what the movie is really about, being forged. You see, like, how metal has to go through fire to be strong. Same thing with people. So let me tell you how Isaiah changed. So this guy, Mr. Edward, had like a group of like a couple of people where they could go and share the word of God, encourage each other. And yeah, he told Isaiah to join the group, and Isaiah did. And so he could go there frequently. There's a time he was given a sword, and I don't know, they demonstrated to him how things work, stuff like that. At some point, Edward took I hope that guy is called Edward, because I'm good at forgetting names of characters of like movies I watch and maybe books I read. So Mr. Edward takes his book and gives it to Isaiah to read. He helps him to grow spiritually. He even helped Isaiah through forgiveness, like having the heart to forgive people. So there's this day that, the point where you're the one to release the order. Isaiah was the one to release the order. So they go, like, they have these huge gate where they just lift it, and then they meet the driver who is to take the order, and they have to greet them, like introduce themselves and stuff like that before they release the order. Yeah, so the time has come to release the order, and now Isaiah is at this gate, and then the gate is lifted. He's to meet the guy at the other end, greet him and introduce himself, like welcome the driver warmly before they take the order. So immediately the gate was raised, and Isaiah's eyes landed on the guy from the other end of the gate. Guess what happened, or what he saw? Isaiah sees his dad. So remember what this man had done to his family. It had not left Isaiah's mind and heart. So Isaiah leaves the scene, and now Mr. Edward is wondering what happened, and now he has to follow Isaiah to the room to question him. So when he gets there, they have a conversation, and Isaiah tells him the whole story. And so Edward, the advisor, tells him how life is and how he has had to forgive people countless times for him to get where he is and at his age, and he even gives him examples. So Edward's son had died like years ago, and Isaiah knew of this story, and he also knew the son died due to an accident. Yeah, he was hit by a drunk driver. So Mr. Edward tells Isaiah the whole story. He tells him who the driver was, and Funny thing, the guy was also on the car group, yeah, the group where they used to go pray and share the word of God, yeah. So that guy was also there, and he was also employed by Mr. Edward, yeah. So you can clearly see like he had forgiven him and was in good terms with him, yeah. So he encourages Isaiah to forgive his dad, and that day Isaiah went home, prayed to God, and he was eventually able to forgive his dad. Of course, I'm not saying everything that was in the movie, so you just have to go and watch it. Yeah, so there's a point, so Isaiah forgives his dad, and also there's a point Edward told him, like, to give your life to Christ, you have to forgo some things. You know the live, if you want to carry the cross, or if you want to follow the way to Christ, you have to like leave other things behind, things that are dragging you, that are making you slug, So he tells Isaiah to, so Edward tells Isaiah for him here to do away with golf, and it's something that was like in his heart back then. So he tells Isaiah to look into his life and see what he has to live, what is actually holding him to give his life to Christ. So when Isaiah goes home, he digs deep, he prays to God to show him what it is that he's supposed to live, only for God to show him that it's the video games, So Isaiah leaves video games, and at this point his mom starts noticing. You see, there's a point he took his mom on a date, he pays rent, and his mom starts noticing like his son is changing. So Isaiah decides to do away with gaming, but his gaming skills were important at some point in this movie. Yeah, so, and by the way, his mom was also prayerful. Like, he used to pray for him to get saved, to follow the right way, At some point, she even called this lady who like could come and they pray together. They prayed for Isaiah to change, and that particular evening, Isaiah came home saved. So like, there's prayers from all corners, like literally his mom is praying for him, his mother's friends are praying for him, Edward and the group, he's also praying for himself. So like, there were so many prayers from all corners, like in the whole circle. So Isaiah saved, he's now a hardworking guy. So there's this day that they were fighting to win a tender, and Isaiah was like, you know what, we have to do this. So they even did it overnight. He called his mom. His mom called the lady who used to pray, and they were like praying together the whole night for his son and his company to win the tender, like to meet the minimum requirements, so for them to win the tender. So at this time they're fighting hard to win the tender. The CEO, the owner of the company, Mr. Edward, is not even in the country. He had gone on a vacation with his wife, and so back at home at the company, Isaiah is doing wonders, like anajituma, So they're just working with phone calls here and there. So, and these guys, Isaiah and his crew are working on the ground to work on the order, So, and they have like a timeline. They have to finish before I don't know, before dawn. I think it was before dawn. So before it gets to that time, they were done. And Mr. Edward calls the guy that your order is done. You can send your drivers to come pick the items. The guy comes with the drivers. He gets there. Now Isaiah is the one to talk to that CEO of the other company, which they were fighting for the tender, and he was giving them, I don't know if it was 3 or 5, but Isaiah asked like for a +2. So if it was 3, he asked the guy like, why not do 5 years, And they eventually won the tender, and Mr. Edward was so proud, and the company was so proud of Isaiah. His mom was so proud of him. I'm thinking of doing lashes, but I feel like they're so thick for this look. What do you guys think? I'll just do mascara. Yeah. So you see how Isaiah has changed. He's grown spiritually. He's now hardworking. He's paying his mom's rent. The mom was so proud of him. He even worked with Edward to get the car that Isaiah wanted for a very long time to be brought back to life. Yeah, repaired. So the car was repaired. Isaiah comes home one day to a surprise. His mom surprises him with the car, and now he's driving his own car. Like, it was just an interesting movie. So Isaiah has forgiven his dad at this point. You need to watch that movie. I've been using this Such a Much Buttercup for the longest time, and I need to change. Like it's so yellow. This is what I have at the moment. so I'll still have to use it. I might want to use the, what is it called, the liquid blush. Actually, I normally use this orange corrector as blush if I want to use that, like the liquid blush instead of the powder one. Sometimes it works best for me, so I just put 3 dots. So that movie was just about being forged, forgiveness, spirituality, you know, giving your life back to Christ and all that. So 3 dots. So his family's life and story has actually changed, and so it's liquid. I'll be using this again to blend. So you see, Isaiah's family life has eventually changed, and they now have a different story, like, you know, blush blindness. I think that's better. Yeah. So you guys, that movie was actually interesting and at the same time educative, life-changing. Like, you should watch it. You should actually should in bold and uppercase. Yeah. So we'll go in with the powder. The excess goes at the back of the hand. You see how yellow it is? I don't know which skin tone this actually fits, because it doesn't work for me, but I try to work with it. Yeah, so according to me, that movie was so nice, and I think you all should watch it. Yeah, when I tell you, I literally paused that movie and sat there like, wow. Hey. Do you know what I forgot? Contour. I normally use LA Girl Pro Concealer, the shade Dark Cocoa. I literally forgot, and you guys couldn't even remind me. Can't blame you all. You're not doing this in real time. I normally only contour my nose, because if I contour like this, then I have a weird face shape. I hope this blends in well. We're not doing any of those eyeshadow. I think we'll do the eyebrows a little bit. They look so faded from all the powders and foundation. I feel like I've talked so much, and that's not the normal me. Like, I can talk, but only when I'm used to being around you. But for this case, I feel like I've talked so much. So I go in with this Davis eye pencil number 3. And I'll just draw hair-like strokes. I don't want it to be like lines, because sitaki kutumia concealer. Yeah, I don't want to use the concealer again. So I'll just bold these hairs that we already have. I'm not sure if it's working. Trust me, it looks good in the mirror. One thing about makeup, if you see errors and start correcting, you're going to ruin the whole look. A little highlighter.
Baby, we just kiss when you're falling in love. Ooh.
sister did my hair. She does some amazing arts on hair. I mean, look at that. Yeah, here is her number for booking. And if you say I referred you, you're going to get a discount.
Cause you just keep my falling in love. Cause you're just you, and I'm just me, and I'm just waiting. There's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. You don't have to change a thing, the world could change it. You should know you're beautiful. Cause you're beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. She's beautiful, beautiful. She's beautiful.
A little setting. I forgot the finishing powder, but I think the look is in place. As this sets in and before we do the lips, I think the question of the day is how many of us have felt broken and rejected and thought God could not use us? So this film is a reminder that he can. He absolutely can, no matter what you've been through. Yeah. So trust in yourself. Keep doing what you're doing. Jitume, yeah? You know, keep pushing. Don't give up. As long as he keeps waking you up the next day, he has a purpose and a plan, which is a good plan for you. Yeah. And have a forgiving heart. Yeah. Skip to the lips, skip to the lips, skip to the lips, skip to the lips. Skip to the lips. So for my lips, I normally use this black eye pencil. It's Davies in number 1. Yeah, so I just line. I just follow the shape of my lips.
I keep staring at the floor, and I'm tired of these games. I keep trying to be strong, but I'm fading away. I'll protect you as best as I can. That's the job of a family man.
Here comes the struggle. The struggle of choosing between keeping a matte lip and going for a glossy lip is real. Hey, you guys tell me in the comment section, should I keep the matte lip or should I go for a glossy look? Help me decide for what should be my signature lip look. For the color, I'm good with this, but for keeping it matte or glossy, that's where the struggle is. Yeah, so help me in the comments, help a girl out. Yeah, so let's do the gloss so you can tell me which one is better. So I normally use this Squeezing and Shine colorless. Yeah, so let's do the gloss. Niambie hapo kwa comment section.
And I know I'm not the same. I'll keep trying to put it on, but I'm fading away. I don't feel it anymore, and I know I'm not the same. I keep trying to put it on,
You see that white thing that forms between the lips after you've applied lip gloss? When you do that step that I've just done, it helps you prevent that white thing. Yeah. So tell me in the comments, which lip should be my signature lip? Alright, so glam is done and so is story time. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for coming with me to this far. So if you're into movies that feed your soul and get you all into your feelings, but in the best way, make sure to watch The Forge. Yeah, thank me later. And if you've seen it before, let me know what you thought in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Love you all, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one.